Hello and welcome to my Flosstube 42, I think it is. And Skip is right behind me. Yeah. It's Friday afternoon. If I look a bit exhausted, you're absolutely right. It has been one hell of a weekend. Not weekend, a week at work. It has been fun, but I'm just very happy that now I have weekend. Well, actually I have holiday. My name is Esther, also known as SpeedyXStitcher. I live in Denmark and I work as a teacher. I teach languages, German and English, as well as cultural studies. That means religion as well as history. Welcome to new viewers as well as welcome to those of you who have been here before. Let's get started. I have 8 projects to show you, and that's about it. So this will probably be a quite short Flosstube, but I would like to continue my plans of making a Flosstube every 2 weeks, which is why I'm recording this one now. So let's get started. So the first one is Mary Cadmus by Soda Stitch Design. I stitched that one on 18 count, and the fabric is hand dyed by me, and also it's opalescent, as you can probably see. I am using the call for floss, and I worked on it for 1 day and stitched 135 stitches. This is one of my WIP Sweep projects, so I'm hoping to have it finished before the end of the year. And I think I only need another 200 stitches or so that's doable. Yeah, that was that one. Then another soda stitch. This is the Halloween jar, the second jar. This one, and of course I put up pictures if I have pictures on how it looked the last time you saw it. This is on 14 count Ada, hand dyed by me. I'm using the call for floss. I worked on it for 2 days and did 280 stitches. If you look at the other one, you can see there's a lot of back stitching, but this one should also be doable to have it finished before the end of the year, but it depends, because I'm pretty tired of stitching on this one at the moment, and as you know, I'm a moody stitcher. If I'm too moody, I'm not going to stitch on it. The next one is Halloween Owls by Madame Chantilly. This is on 16 count Ada, called White Chocolate. I'm using the call for threads, and I stitched on it for 1 day and did 251 stitches, and it's getting close to an ending. I have been working on this birdhouse here, and I think I already told you I need to do some back stitching over here, and there is Felix. So this is also part of my WIP Sweep, because I've been stitching on it for 3 years now, I think, so it's time to finish it. Yeah. Okay, the last one from this bag is the Weeping Helligore by Noctiflora Designs. I have worked on it for 1 day and I did 520 stitches, and this I really like stitching on at the moment, so this one I will probably have finished before the end of the year. I made the whole pool of blood down here, and I stitched on this flower as well. And this is on 16 count Ada, hand dyed by me. This is also one of my WIP Sweep projects, because I've been stitching on it for quite some time now. So I would really like to get it done. Then I worked on, this is really going to be a short one. Let's see, yeah. So this is a project called 13 Spooky Street. It's from the Just Cross Stitch Halloween special of 2023. This is on an 18 count Ada. It's a leftover from my Buffy sampler, so it's hand dyed by me. I worked on it for one day and stitched 1066 stitches as well as backstitching. And now it looks like this. I am not using the call for, since I made a sulky conversion, because if you have watched my videos before, you do know that I have quite a lot of sulky and I keep forgetting using it. So I have this full bag of, I think I have 3 or 4 projects in it, new projects. I only started 2 of them, and I'm going to use sulky for all of them. But I really like how this turns out. I still have some back stitching to do. The lanterns here, they're not done yet, and the door needs to be filled out as well. But I really like the way it looks. I think I'm going to make it into a small pillow. And the last project I've been working on, that's not true because I have 2 FFOs actually. My Christmas tree. I'm obsessed with this project. I never thought I would say that I'm obsessed with a Mirabilia, but I am. I love stitching on this one. And this is how far I am. I think it looks, oops, just a moment. This is, I think this is better. Yeah, now you can see it. I think it looks so fantastic. I'm stitching it on 27 count even weave, which I hand dyed. I'm using the call for floss, and I love the way it looks. And as you can see, I'm almost done with the Krynic. I really don't like stitching with the Krynic, but every second time I pull it out, I tell myself, okay, you have to do some stitches with Krynic. I also don't like stitching these one that much because it's so much counting. I know it could be, I mean, it's not that important, but I still want it to be as perfect as possible. But the way this looks, and I'm looking so much forward to seeing how it will look with beads on it. But, I really love this project. Did I tell you that I love this project? This is not one of my WIP sweeps, because my WIP sweeps all have that in common, that they have maximum I think it's 2,800 stitches left, and this has got way more. I think it's 5,000 stitches altogether, and I'm just a bit more than 50%, and that's just the stitching. That's without the beading, and there are a lot of beads that go into this. So, but I think it turns out amazingly. I have already figured out that I want to frame it, but I'm going to maybe you remember, I'll see if I can put up a photo. Last year when I did this, I think it was called Haunted House by Lola Crow, with the little ghosts. I made it into a flat fold, but I did put it into a frame, but without the glass on it, so that it stood a little out. I think I'm going to do the same with this, so you can really see the beads. Anyway, that's my plan, but I love it. Now I just got 2 FOs to show you. I did not iron them, but eventually when I will fully finish them, of course you will see them ironed afterwards. The first one is from Flosstube magazine. It's called How to Drive a Stick. It looks like this. I stitched it on 14 count Aida, and this is not hand dyed. This was a piece of, I think that was one of the first pieces of Aida I bought from Etsy back in 2020, when I found out that you could actually get other colors than white, ecru, black, blue, green or red. I worked on this for 2 days and I did 536 stitches and a lot of back stitching. You can see there's really a lot of back stitching. And I'm glad there's still a lot more fabric left, because I really like this color. This will probably also be turned into a little pillow, a small pillow. So as I think I told you last time, that the reason for making this WIP sweep was because I had counted my WIPs and I had 79. And of course I had a new start, because next June I'm going to a big concert with Iron Maiden. I'm not a big fan of Iron Maiden, but to put a longer story very short, my best friend, he lives 3 hours from me, I mean in the other part of Denmark. We have known each other. We started out as pen pals when we were 14 years old, because we had the same kind of music interests, the British band called Smokey. But he also liked heavy metal or hard rock very much, and he of course influenced me. He sent me tons of cassettes with a lot of music on them, and one of those tapes was Iron Maiden. And since the mid-80s, I have loved the song The Number of the Beast. And when I saw they came to Denmark, I just said, I gotta have tickets for that. So I actually succeeded in getting hold of tickets. And of course, I had to stitch this. I found the logo and turned it into a pattern. And then I stitched it. It's on 16 count Aida, hand dyed by me. It's a scrap of Aida, as you can see. So I still got for a little pillow down here. I don't know how I'm going to FFO it yet. I might put it in a frame. Or maybe I'll make it into a little pillow. I have also been thinking about making it into something to sew on a jacket, but no, I don't want to risk that I cut too deep and spoil my stitching. Besides, I don't have any jacket to put it on, so it will probably be a frame or a pillow. If you have any other suggestions, please leave a comment. But anyway, This is the Iron Maiden, and I just used 3 colors. I think it was B5200, if not it was blank, and then 321 and 310. And I think it looks very good. Yeah, and I just done it for 7 days, and altogether it was 5,948 stitches. And I love the way it looks on this piece of fabric. And that was it. This is really a short Flosstube. Maybe I should talk a bit about plans for this holiday. I'm planning to, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to. I'm planning to dye some fabric, maybe some floss as well. I have to reorganize my craft room because because you use a craft room and then eventually you will need to to reorganize the stuff because, well, you just have to, right? I have plans to finish these 2. And then, I have not been stitching for the last 3 days. I have been so tired when I came back home from work that, the day before yesterday, I actually went to bed at 7:30 in the evening. Not that I fell asleep immediately. I read for an hour or so, and then I fell asleep. I was so tired. I don't think I have more to say. I hope that you are all well. And if you do not already subscribe, please subscribe to my channel. It would be wonderful if I could actually reach 1,000 subscribers. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. Yeah, I think that's about it. Take care. Bye.